Hello guys, welcome in our next episode of learning the new things. And as we speak in our previous session that we have installed the Docker into WSL Ubuntu machine. Now in this session we are going to uninstall that. If somebody wants how to don't want to use Docker and they want to get rid of it, so what are the steps? So there are a couple of steps which we need to follow. First we have to check whether there is a Docker installed in your machine. Yes, no. So that is the command Docker version and great. Now you need to see whether Docker is working, running in your machine or not. So sudo and I'm talking about is Docker service is running or not because maybe Docker is installed, but if it is not running, you have to check. Before uninstalling, you have to make it stop. And if it is running, it won't allow you to, uh, um, uninstall it. So let's see status. So what does it say? Status active running since Wednesday. So if this is running completed, so it means it is running. So we need to stop it. Stop. Stopping Docker service but its triggering units are still active docker.socket. Let's see the status once again. Now you can see the difference here. Earlier when we checked the status, it was active and running. Now, after stopping the service, the status goes to active from inactive. It means status is done. So let's clear this and come back on top. Let's run this once more. The status, great. So we are good that have successfully stopped the Docker service. Now we have to remove couple of things before going forward. So which will be remove Docker packages which we installed during the installation of Docker. So, which are the docker-ce, then docker-ce command line, then containerd.io if we have installed any of them, and we can just verify. So, sudo apt-get purge -y. So, we are doing the purge, and -y I am giving so that it will not ask you your permission every time because we are deliberately going to remove the packages. Docker-ce space docker-c space CLI. See, there are multiple things. So instead of going with containerd.io, so we either I can use three times this one command, then next I will do this, the third time I'll go with this. So instead of going with that, the difference is I'm trying to club three commands in one line. So I can give like this sudo apt-get purge -y package 1, package 2, package 3. Now if I enter this, what will happen? Let's see. This will read and say unable to locate package containerd.io. Why so? Because we have not installed that, right? So if it is not there, then how will it? There was, okay. So there was a spelling mistake, and that's why it was not saying anything. The following package were automatically installed and no longer required. So Docker removing docker-ce, removing docker container d.io, removing docker-ce CLI. So this all has been removed. Purging configuration files done. So we have completed step number 2. What next? So first let's clear this and sudo apt get auto remove -y. What is this? This will remove the dependencies of those packages which we have uninstalled from the previous package. So this will auto remove the leftover files dependencies if it is any of them are there. So yeah, see how many of them are there. Removing Docker buildx, docker-ce rootless, Docker compose plugin. So these all are the leftovers from the Docker packages which we have uninstalled a minute back. Great. One step almost done. Now we are into step number 4. Delete the Docker GPG key and the repository, which, if you remember, into while installation, we have done few things. So I'll just copy paste the commands here instead of typing the whole path. This is sudo remove -f force, and this is the keyring folder. If you remember, I have created. Then we have downloaded the GPG key from the repository. Done. Now we are going to the Docker version from the apt source list. Docker list we are removing. This is done. What next? Since from the previous step, after removing any file, any package, you have to again do the cleanup of the residuals and the packages or the leftovers, I can say. So what does it mean? Sudo remove -ref recursively, forcefully from this folder under the Docker folder. If you see anything, just vanish it, delete it. We don't want it to hear anything. Okay. Next, since there was a container D also there, so sudo remove -r recursively f forcefully variable lib container. So what is this R? Means if there is any child folders inside the container D or Docker folder, then it will go in all of those child folder recursively and try to delete each and everything until it's not coming back to the root folder, which is the container D. Done. After this, your Docker is completely removed from your Linux machine. If you want to check whether it's there or not, just check the version, or maybe what you can do is let's do one thing. Let's check the status. Um, sudo service docker status could not be found. Great. So because there is no Docker, it's not running. So thanks for watching the video. And if you like the thing, if you like the content, if you like how I'm showing the direct lab work, the real world example, then please like and subscribe the channel so that it will motivate me to create more videos. And till then, thank you and bye bye.